What's up, guys? We are back with the only, I suppose, technically not Spider-Man figure in this wave of retro Spider-Man figures, but it's a very Spider-Man related character. We're taking a look at the very 90s armored Daredevil. This is one that honestly I have really been looking forward to since they announced it because I dig this design, and yeah, that's about it. I really like this look for Daredevil. It's a 90s thing, so I'm definitely there. So we've got him here on the retro card back for the line, figure in the bubble. You've got some cartoon-inspired artwork of him on the side, Spider-Man logo up top, of course, and then the back of the box has got a write-up, some more artwork, and then a lineup for the wave. So let's do it. Let's pull him out and take a look. And here he is out of the package, our armored Daredevil figure. Maybe a sleeper hit in this wave. I'm not so sure how many people out there truly care about this design for Daredevil, but I know personally that I'm a big fan of it. 90s stuff really does it for me because it hits me right in that nostalgia sweet spot, and this guy really does it for me. And I mean, there's a lot to like about when it comes to this figure. Just about everything from his look, his design. He moves pretty well, and then he comes with a decent array of accessories. So yeah, I think we've got a winner here, outside of the fact that he is maybe in a lesser cared for suit. So let's go see what he can do, see how he moves around. We've got a head that can look all the way up, so that of course is very good for a Daredevil type character, all the way down. You don't really have too much tilt, but there's a little bit. You've got full rotation, of course. The arms go all the way out at the shoulders. These pads are soft and they just kind of go up over his traps there. You've got rotation. There is no butterfly joint here, unfortunately. We do have bicep swivel. You've got your standard double jointed elbows, and then you've got hinges and rotation at those wrists. They're both lateral hinges. You've got an ab crunch that goes backwards and forwards really far. You got your waist twist, so he's kind of a standard Marvel Legends, outside of the fact that, of course, we've got this unique torso here. Legs go out pretty far. They kick forward all the way. They kick backwards a good bit. You do have a thigh cut. We've got double jointed knees, and then we've got rocker, and we've got hinges down at those ankles. So he does move pretty well. He's maybe not the most exciting in terms of overall articulation, especially if you're going to compare him to the star of this wave, the new Spider-Man, but he does move really well, and you can still get him into some really solid dynamic poses very easily. Aesthetically speaking, I really don't have anything negative to say about this figure, and that does come from a place of just plain liking this suit, but I also do a lot here that I like in a general sense. So this guy is obviously very different from most Daredevils, and you know, now that I think about it, I really don't have hardly any. I don't have a red one. I don't even think I have the yellow one anymore. I think I sold it a while back, although I could probably go to any of 10 Walgreens around me and find a bunch of them. I do have the black one. But yeah, Daredevil's never been a huge thing for me, so I don't go out of my way to get his figures, but this is one that I knew I had to get just because I like this look and it's a nostalgia thing. But I do think it's a really cool design. You know, it gives off a very different look because he is fully armored from head to toe. You know, he's not just in a spandex suit. He's got armor plating all over it, and he's got a lot of metallic paint, a lot of metallic accents. So the base figure is going to be black, and then you've got like all these metallic reds. You've got the metallic kind of candy coating on the chest with the really nicely done DD logo there. Silver accents that go down the legs. This is painted, and for the most part it's pretty clean, and you've got silver and red on the knees, and you've got more red on the arms. He does have some different finishes when it comes to some of his armor pads. So the shoulder pads I talked about, they are that kind of pearlescent plastic, and they're a little softer material as well. And then this is a Daredevil that has his billy clubs on his wrist instead of, well, on his leg or anything like that. So these are part of his gauntlets, and we'll talk about those more when we get to accessories, but you've got the more pearly plastic here. They are a little bit warped out of the package, but I don't know that anybody's going to be too surprised by that. I remember the promo pics for this guy being warped as well. This one's pretty straight though, so you can always try to heat him back up. But I do think he looks really good. Size looks good because he definitely looks a little bit beefier than normal because he does have the armor on him, and it's just a cool look. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Armor-plated Daredevil. Yeah, I'll take one, please. And then to round him out, I suppose, you do have this head sculpt, which is still pretty standard. This isn't too far removed from any Daredevil thing. So you've got a black mask this time around with the exposed face, the nose, the mouth region. There's not a whole lot going on there except for a standard kind of half scowl when it comes to Daredevil with the red eyes and then the little horns popping out. But it looks good, and then there's a little touch of red on the back to kind of follow through with the neck piece. So he does look really good. I mean, it caps off the figure well, and I mean, frankly, it looks like it's supposed to, so there's not much more I can ask for here. And then as far as accessories go, this figure is pretty well stocked, and to start with, we do have an extra head sculpt. So you've got your unhelmeted, your unmasked Matt Murdock head, and it looks pretty good. You know, you've got that shock of red hair, you've got some red sunglasses, and a little bit of an unhappy expression on his face. I honestly thought this was going to be just reuse from the Love Triangle X-Men 3-pack, that Cyclops head, but it's definitely not. And it escapes me if we've gotten a Matt Murdock head anytime soon, because frankly, I don't know. The last Daredevil I got was the black suit Daredevil from, I don't know, whatever wave that was. So yeah, it kind of escapes me, but I do like this head. It looks good. I don't know that I have a lot of uses for it personally, but it does look good for anyone who is interested in it. And then for the rest of his accessories, you do have some extra hands. So you've got some gripping hands here, which have that same nice metallic red finish. And then you've got some extra pieces to swap out his weapons. So as we talked about, his clubs are actually on his gauntlets in this suit. So to take them off, you just pop the hands off and pull those off, and you've got some cuffs to put on him so that they're not in use, so that they've got no clubs on them. And then you've got the clubs here, and these are the same thing that we've seen previously. So you've got pearly, whitish kind of plastic with the two-piece design here that can pop together. You've got one long staff, and then you can break them apart. So you've got an option to have him with his weapons on his wrists, or you've got an option to take them off and put them in his hands, which I like the idea of having both available. So he does have a lot of stuff. You can't use all of it at the same time, but he does come fully loaded with just about everything he needs. So yeah, this is a really solid figure. My only real wish for this guy is that maybe they could have incorporated a butterfly joint on that torso in some fashion. And I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to compare him to that Spider-Man figure when I get to messing around with the both of them, because this guy is definitely antiquated in comparison to all the new stuff that Spider-Man has. But at the same time, this figure does look so good that it really doesn't bother me too much. He looks great. He still moves really well. He comes with all the accessories he needs. And again, it pushes that nostalgia button really hard for me. Even though I'm not a huge Daredevil fan, this one really does it for me, just because, well, I remember it from when I was reading comics as a kid, and it still looks cool today. It's very quintessential goofy 90s extravagance, especially when it comes to all that metallic paint, but if it's cool, it's cool, and this one's a cool figure. So that's going to do it for this look at the Marvel Legends Armored Daredevil figure. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.